Good morning, coolest coast. It's time for coffee with Kristen and Tina. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Coffee with Kristen and Tina. This is Kristen Odell. I'm Tina Prigge. So glad to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Kristen, you almost perfectly match the fork in the background.
I guess I do. I didn't notice that.
It's very nice, very pleasing.
Thank you. I'm dressed for comfort and fashion today.
Very
You know how
nice.
that goes. Some days you wake up and you're like, just really need something comfortable.
Comfort is like the number one, and then supported by fashion. And I believe as like hardy Wisconsinites, we're totally entitled to that. Like it's my personal philosophy that we should be prepared to be able to like hike if we want or just go at a moment's notice. Like I don't want to be stuck in a pair of high heels or anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
well, now that whole situation's even different, but that was always my philosophy. So
Yeah. Yeah. I have like I'm working from home a little bit. I'm on site with clients a little bit, and then we're doing a bike ride later. And so I'm like, I have to dress to be with clients today, obviously. But I think I'm gonna change for the bike ride. I think I'm gonna throw some athletic shorts on later.
will you wear that same shirt on the bike ride?
Probably
Okay, I was gonna say that's a really classy bike ride otherwise.
not. I know. Tell me about your yellow polka dotted shirt you have on today.
I think it was the same thing. It's so comfy, but it's, like, a little dressy for the viewers.
There we
So we
go.
both went with kind of a pattern theme this morning.
Little pop of color.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm totally wearing shorts down below,
Well done.
sticking to
Well
my
done.
comfort mantra, and it's a really light fabric, like, can you even see my hand through it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Kristen, we're, like, the same. It's
I like the same. Hey, we got to see each other 2 days in a row now. I got to see you yesterday and today. Should we show our viewers what we did yesterday?
And we should because I really want viewers to know about how great this place was. This is the new Bloom and Brunch restaurant in Manitowoc.
hmm So good. I mean, first of all, you can see there's like floral things all over the walls. It's just really beautifully done inside. And then look at this incredible food
The
on these
food was
pretty plates.
amazing. Like, look at this is what you had,
Yep. Yeah, it was so delicious.
and this is what I had. And it was incredible. This was called a chilaquiles. So it's like tortillas with a salsa verde, a pico de gallo, um, cheese. I'm losing the word for cheese.
Queso,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Uh, some black beans. It was just so delicious, and they offered me leftovers because I only ate a portion of it, and at first I was gonna say no, and I'm so glad I took it home because it was great even for round 2 hours later.
Yum. Yeah, and the eggs look just perfectly done with this. Um,
I think I was impressed too by the quality of the food. I wish I'd taken a picture of Doug's close up, like, look at the bread that came with his, right? Like, everything is just so it was really quality. I felt good eating it.
yeah, I felt good after. The service is super good, you guys. Super fast, very friendly, but just, if you are looking, sometimes you need like a quick lunch, like you're meeting somebody, but it needs to be within an hour. That place is definitely your place.
Yeah, I was so pleasantly surprised, and I'm looking forward to the next time I get to go back because it was also totally accessible with a wheelchair.
Yay.
Yeah. So
Yes.
thanks for making that suggestion. I'm so glad. Um, I'm just so glad about it. Amy said, also very impressed with food and service. Water's on the table.
Okay. Tina, can you put your picture back up? I want you to tell your friends about maybe the other one, your green drink that you had yesterday.
Oh, it was really delicious. You can see the green drink kind of just in front of my plate. It's called green juice. It's got, kale, I think spinach, lemon, a couple of other things. So it was very refreshing, but we were talking, it looks like swamp water.
Yes. It looks like something you might see in an inland lake in the end of July.
If I didn't trust them, like if I didn't know about the food quality, I would have never even taken a sip of it, right? Like, based on looks, I would have never tried it, but it was so, so good. I'm really glad I had it.
It smelled really just fresh.
Yeah. Right, yeah, it didn't have, like, a sugary flavor to it. I loved everything about it, except how it looked.
It's all part of it, right?
You were saying that one time you took the girls to Lake Winnebago, and that's almost how they came out of the water?
Yes. I mean, sometimes inland lakes as the summer goes on, they kind of bloom a little bit of algae. And yeah, one time we were swimming at Lake Winnebago and the water was a little green and they would get out and it would be like kind of coated on their arms. So,
And
they're
then what?
fine.
Is there a way to, like, wash them off when that's the case?
I'm guessing there was a rinse off station there. Maybe we just used a towel. I don't really remember, to be honest. It was a couple of years ago, but
Okay. Yeah, I have a hard time going in a lake when it's like that.
it's yucky.
If the lake looks like my drink, I can't go in it.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. We yesterday was Monday. There's a lot of places closed on Mondays. So the other thing was it was just really nice that they have hours, I think every day of the week. I was gonna double check, but
Oh,
um
yeah. That is a really good point because it's true, I get caught in the Monday trap frequently, right?
all
Like,
right.
"Oh, let's no, it's Monday."
Wait, where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? So check it out. It's great.
I
Really.
mean, I was impressed too, there was no wait before somebody said, "Hey, can we how many people is it gonna be?" Like, the service was so prompt. And
Yes.
then the coffee, we had coffee and it was, you'd take a few sips and already it was getting refilled. It was just such good attention. I really appreciated it.
I agree with you. We've been there now that I think this is the third time and just very consistent so far. So kudos. Kudos to them.
So that's good to know. So that was my first time. So it's
Mhm,
good to know that it wasn't an anomaly, right? That you think that that service is consistent, like
mhm.
food quality.
Absolutely, 100%.
The hardest decision actually was whether to go savory with something kind of for lunch or to do something kind of sweet for breakfast because they had some options like cream cheese stuffed crepes covered with blueberries, cherry, or no, blueberries, strawberries, and bananas. Like,
Mhm.
so
I
close
know.
to getting that.
Well, and it's just like we don't make that kind of stuff at home, so sometimes it's fun to get that for a treat out. Like maybe we should get it. Maybe next time what I'll do is I'll convince Doug to get like eggs and meat because Doug had a skillet which was like potatoes and eggs and meat. Maybe I'll convince him to get that and we can split it and then still split like a sweet treat thing.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good idea. So, Kristen, wait, hold on. I just want to see what this says. So, Cindy said, I've been there twice, and once when it was packed, but wait was very minimal and super service.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Good morning, Cindy.
Cindy, when you went, did you have the decision to make between sweet or savory? Which way did you go? What did you have?
I have a guess. I'm guessing she did a Benedict.
Both times.
I don't know. Great question. We'll
And
find
that's another example too of something that you just don't want to putz with and make at home, right?
out. Yeah, but if somebody does it really well and you can get it out, like,
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So, Kristen, you shared this picture. This is not what went into my green juice,
it
but
could.
this looks so delicious. Tell me what this is.
Yeah, so we've just been so on the go this summer that on Saturday morning we finally made a trip down to the farmers market. And obviously we're in the middle of summer and the crops are definitely starting to come in. There was so much to choose from, so many fresh veggies and fruit stuff. And so yeah, we've got fresh green beans there, which we're gonna enjoy one night this week. Cucumbers, snap peas, and then this incredible head of lettuce. I had two big heads of lettuce that we had. It was so good.
It looks so fresh and delicious.
Mm.
Yeah. You can
All
just
the greens.
you can just eat it fresh just like that.
Yeah, the lettuce, I literally like cut the bottom off, rough chopped it up. We threw apples, like candy pecans, I think a little bit of feta, or I had blue cheese out, and just like a vinaigrette. And we had that on Saturday night. It was so good.
That looks wonderful. Well, that is a great plug that this is the time to start enjoying the farmers market. Okay, Cindy said, yes, breakfast the first time. Benedict, ding, ding, ding. Kristen, you were right. And breakfast burger the second time. Is that
Mm,
what Doug had? Or no,
I
is that what you
what
had?
I had, yeah, with the egg on it, egg and bacon.
Let
It
me
was
just put that up
good,
really quick. So,
good.
this.
Yes, I think that is what it was. It was
Okay.
delicious.
Oh, let's see.
Really big. It was a lot to eat.
Did you have to take any of it home?
No, but I only ate one of the buns, so that helps.
And then she said Vicky said, "I had the crepes and they were amazing." Mm,
That's what Grace had when we were there. So yummy.
that sounds great.
Okay, go try it. Check it out.
I'm so glad you introduced me to that place, Kristen.
Well, I'm so glad that we got to have a lunch date during the week. It was fun. Felt
It
like
was
a
so
weekend.
fun. I know, right? It was hard to process the rest of the day that it was a Monday.
Was it? Did you have to work after that?
I did do some work.
Yeah. I came home. I had a very effective Monday yesterday. I got so much done. I did yesterday like all the little women use her word smidges. All these little things that have just been laying around that I'm like, I just need to do it. I did all of that yesterday.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Doesn't that feel so good?
It does, and I'll apologize in advance for the families that are receiving these cards, but, like, we were invited to graduation parties in June that we weren't able to go to, and I just had not, like, sat down and wrote the cards out for them. So, like, I got, like, 5 cards out yesterday, I had a couple of thank you cards to write, like, it just felt so good, paid some bills.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because those are all small acts, but it takes time, it takes brain power, and
Mm,
what a relief to get them done.
yes. Yeah, it just felt good.
So, what I'm hearing is that before you sat down and did it, the cards and whatnot were a little shambolic?
Ooh, shambolic, chaotic, disorganized, mismanaged. I wouldn't say that. It was all organized. Like, as an example, the graduation cards were in a Ziploc bag with the cash that was going in them and the stamps and the address return labels, and I had carried them in my backpack on vacation with family, multiple places, like, that's it. I'm on vacation, I can sit down and I didn't do it. Isn't
Oh
that
my god, you had them perfectly prepped. You had done all the work.
yes. I had it all ready, so, yeah, tomorrow or yesterday, I was like, "No more. Today is the day."
Yeah. So the word shambolic, I've come across it twice recently in reading. And did you ever read like a number of years ago I read a book called Shambhala, and it was like about this mythical Buddhist kingdom in the Himalayas, kind of like a Shangri-La, right? So like
Mm,
an so as I'm reading and I get to shambolic, I thought it was based on Shambhala. And then I was like, "But this in context, this just makes no sense. Why would they be referencing that and in relation to what was in the text?" So then I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, it's actually related to shambles, not
yeah.
Shambhala." And so now I love this word. This, like, perfectly describes my son's bedroom, I would say.
Mm.
Very
Ooh,
shambolic.
that's a good yes. Shambolic is a great descriptor for kids' bedrooms. 100%. I would also say our garage is currently in a state of shambolicness.
Shambolically organized.
Yes. That's on the to-do list this weekend. Yes.
When you're confronted with something shambolic, how does it make you feel?
Mm. I mean, it just so I've like high responsibility, so it just kind of psychologically weighs on me because I know it's like it should be on the to-do list. Um, but I also just have this ability to kind of like, okay, today we're going to do toys and tomorrow we're going to do, bikes. And I just kind of can break it into little pieces and tackle it. So it
Mm.
doesn't feel so, it doesn't feel overwhelming to me.
Smidges make it easier.
Smidges make it easy. Wait, I think you should have a shirt made with that on it. For our friends who don't know, what's a smidge?
A smidge is just a little bit. So I use this theory of smidges when I think about the progress that I need to make, right? That success in something that we do, like success in my life, for example, in achieving therapy goals and whatnot, doesn't have to be this big thing, right? Like doesn't have to be this overwhelming success. Just a little bit. Like the other day, I walked a little bit further than I had walked, which isn't a lot, right? In the scheme of things, it's nothing compared to an able bodied person. But for me, that little smidge extra is a huge success because now it means maybe the next time I can go a smidge further. So, and what I like to think about is let's say there's nothing and I take a smidge and I put it there. And then I earn another smidge and I put it on top and I start piling those smidges. Eventually, that nothing becomes something, even though it's smidge by smidge, right? Like those little successes matter.
You have a lot of smidges stacked up to some pretty big things.
Pretty soon it'll be like this Himalayan mountain. I just hope they don't get all shambolic on me.
Well played, well played.
Luke says a smidge of Bailey's and coffee. Yes, there's also that interpretation too, Luke.
Perfect.
Yes, we don't have to be philosophic about the smidges. A smidge of
However,
Bailey's and coffee.
if you have too many smidges of Bailey's in the morning, you might become shambolic throughout the day.
Well done, Kristin. Well done.
Thank you. Yes, that's so funny.
So Luke, it is 8:15 on a Tuesday morning. Are you having a smidge of Bailey's in your coffee right now?
That's a good question. I have a smidge of cream in mine, but I found at Meyer a local section of coffee. And so I'm drinking a creme brulee flavored coffee from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Ooh.
Isn't that
So does
cool?
that mean like it was roasted and prepared there?
Yeah. Isn't that
Oh,
cool? So you
yeah.
can get like Door County coffee. They had some from Michigan. They had some from Illinois. They had some Collectivo, which is roasted in Milwaukee. But isn't that fun?
Yeah, I love
Yeah, it's like
it.
this one little section that says local.
Well, and I love that with like the Keurig or with an espresso, even though they use those pods, you can get reusable ones so
Mm,
that you can get like a bag of loose coffee like that and
right,
use it. At first I was like, "Oh no, what do? You can't find pods of that." But I love the fact that you can.
right.
Luke said, "Ha ha ha, I'm at work." So definitely not. That would be frowned upon.
It's just a smidge.
See if that argument works.
Just kidding. I'm an HR professional. Do not do that at work. I take back what I said.
So when you're at work, not even a smidge of Bailey's. Yep,
No smidges.
noted.
I
Noted.
love it. What did you guys do this weekend, Tina?
What did we do this weekend? Let me think back. That was so many days
Tuesday.
ago. um, all right, you go first. Let me think about that.
Mm. Friday night, we got an invite to go to the Green Bay Blizzard,
Oh,
which is indoor arena football, and the girls got to go. So that was super fun. Saturday we did farmers market and worked outside, and Sunday too. It was such a beautiful weekend that we just spent a lot of our time kind of getting caught up at home.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Jenny said another theory of smidges. Kaizen is a Japanese business philosophy that aims to make small changes over time to drive ongoing improvement. So literally, Jenny, I'm just embracing a Kaizen mode in my therapy.
That's right.
Yes, I love it.
That's very good. I love it. Yeah.
Sandy said, "A little smidge will do ya." That is a phrase I've heard, but not in a long time. That's great.
Isn't it a little dabble, do ya?
I don't know. I'm gonna embrace a little smidge will do ya.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try to have shirts made that say a smidge on them.
Right? That would be fun to wear. A little smidge will do ya. But like we were talking about t-shirts last week, Kristen, if you do, make sure they're kind of the tailored ones like you had on and not just the big
Mm,
burlap sack that
no sex.
no sacks.
Jenny, good morning. It's super cool you're watching with us. Jenny lives somewhere else now, right? Jenny, where do you live now? Do you know?
I think she's down in like the Chicagoland area.
Yes. Sandy. Well played.
A little dab will do ya, a little smidge will do ya. Yes, but we adapt.
I love
Excellent.
it. That's great. Okay.
Okay, so this weekend, I'm working on building up the strength and trying to conquer this prosthetic leg. So I've been, I told you I walked to the bank of mailboxes, then I walked further down the road, then I walked to the end of the road. So just around the corner, my neighbor Vicky was like, "Tina, make it to my porch." So I did. Teak went for a walk with me and we made it to my neighbor's porch, which was awesome. But then we called Jason. We're like, "Can you come pick us up and take us out for ice cream?" It was so hot and it was such a big accomplishment. So actually, he pointed out, Tina, while you made it that far, you didn't make it back. So it's not quite as far as the other times you walked.
Yes, because you have to be able to return home, right?
Exactly, exactly. So
The nice thing though is as you build up your stamina, you guys can start having porch parties.
right. Well, I keep dog treats on my porch for all the neighborhood dogs. So T told Vicky she could keep treats on her porch for me if I make it that far.
Ice cream cones?
It could even be a smidge of chocolate.
I love it. Where did you go for ice cream?
Where did we go? Oh, where did we go? We went to Culver's. Their
Nice.
their flavor of the day was really Reese's, so
Mm,
chocolate with, like, Reese's peanut butter cups.
nice. We have some friends plans tonight. We're gonna hop on our bikes and bike ride to Cedar Crest tonight.
Very nice. And the
Yes.
reason I had to think about it is because last night we went to the Little Cow. So
Which, for those of you who don't know, Little Cow is also known as PK Beans and Cream.
yes.
Yeah.
Cindy said, "Porch parties are the best."
Yep. We've had some very pleasant and lovely porch parties at the Schneider's house. So,
Nice.
yes.
Very nice.
Cold beverages, sunsets. Yeah, you guys have sunset on your porch, right?
Yeah, actually last night it was kind of cool. Teek's like, "Mom, will you come out on the porch and look at sunset with me?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, sure." And so he was such a gentleman. He actually grabbed the chair and wheeled me out. Usually I wheel myself.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And by the time we got there, the sun had already dipped behind the clouds. So he's like, "Well, how about if we just go for a walk through the neighborhood?" So he like pushed me on this whole loop and
No.
there was this deer at the neighbor's house and we just quietly approached and the deer didn't move and he just kept munching and he'd just like look up at us and then go back to munching, so it was like this beautiful, like, unexpected moment, even though we didn't see the sunset.
Yeah. Well, and you didn't plan on it. And then you have this really cool experience. That's so neat.
Yeah, and I thought it was thoughtful that he wanted to appreciate something like the sunset, and I was like,
Mm. Last night, it was beautiful out. Like, so comfortable, it was not humid. We were outside until, like, 8:30 last night, at my mom's, and finally I was like, "We have to go home and, like, get showered and get to bed." Like, it was getting late, but, oh my goodness, so it's very, very nice to have these beautiful evenings.
yeah, I agree, the temperature wasn't oppressive, it was, like, just this nice coolness, and I didn't notice any bugs either.
Mhm. I
Was it the
agree
same for you? Yeah.
100%, yes.
Chris said, "Agree, porch parties are the best, especially in the right neighborhood."
Mhm. Yeah, it sounds like, Tina, you're starting to build your little neighborhood there, getting to meet people and the houses are filling in.
Yeah, the one next door is available if anyone wants to be our neighbor.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I love all the neighbors that I've met so far.
You and Jason took a picture of you guys standing out in front, and I think it was Becky Richards that joked that it looked like the new version of American Gothic. Like, how much did that hit your funny bone?
So it's funny because as soon as we saw the picture, it's the first thing Jason said. And
Really?
then Teek took the picture for us. He's like, "Oh my God, that looks like American Gothic." And so then for Becky to say it just completely reinforced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that we're all kind of on that same wavelength.
It would be cool for Jason to paint that and put that in your living room.
Aw, no. I love the idea, but I don't wanna be on the wall.
Oh, come on. Why not? You don't
Well,
want
right now he put up a beautiful water lily, and I really love that. So
Is
I wouldn't.
this is this the one that your mom painted on and ruined and Jason had to paint over?
Nope, nope, that one is still unfinished. Waiting for mom to come back and finish it now.
Uh-huh. I didn't know Miss Diane was allowed in the studio anymore.
I don't think she is. So,
That's
Kristen, you had a cool experience. I'm gonna put up this very vintage photo, and you tell us what this is. What are we looking at?
Oh. Yeah, vintage. So this is a picture. This is my grandma O'Connor, my dad's mom on the left. And then my Aunt Carol is holding. This is me. I was about maybe 18 months right in that neighborhood. And then next to me is a first cousin of mine. His name is Mark. And again, just family dynamics, things that happen. We have not been together since this picture until this past week.
What? That is so cool. And let me put up this past week's photo.
Yeah. So here we all are. So my Aunt Carol is in the front in the pink. I'm obviously behind her. And then Mark is in the back in the middle. So my cousin drove up from Illinois to spend time with the O'Connor side of the family. My dad's brother and his wife were also in town, and so we got a chance to just have dinner and hang out, and like just such a cool experience. The girls were like, "Who is coming to our house? What is this relation?" Like they just had such a hard time wrapping their mind around like, how do you have a cousin that hasn't been in the picture? Because we just tend to play with our cousins quite a bit. So isn't that cool?
You know what? I love that story. I love that family keeps us connected even though we can be apart.
Yeah. Well, and like in this case, my dad's passed and his mom is passed, which was my dad's sibling. And so just to be able to like make this connection and have everybody together after all these years just felt it was just really special to be able to like, whatever happened in the past, and I don't really know the whole story, but whatever kept them away for all that time doesn't have to continue. We can do it differently.
Yeah, yeah, that's such a good philosophy.
Yeah.
We went to a family reunion this summer too, and it was so fun to say to Teak, like, "Hey, that is your second cousin. Hey, that's your second cousin once removed." Like people
Well,
that
we found ourselves kind of like looking in each other's eyes, like, is my blood's in there, your blood's in me. Like, can you see commonalities in each other? And it just was really neat to visit and share a meal and have conversation together.
so I think too, like if you look at this photo,
Hmm.
see his face. As soon as I saw that, I thought of Nora. Like, if you look at
Oh,
Nora, isn't there a similarity in their
maybe the chin. Totally. Let's see. Go back to the other one now. Hmm.
I don't know, maybe it's not as much, but when I first looked at this photo, I didn't know who was who. I thought it was you in the striped shirt.
That's- Yep, that looks just like me.
So, I mean, when people are kids, you have no idea, so
Yes.
but so that means you can see the family resemblance is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely, yes, and just, you can see mannerisms in people. So even just my aunt stayed with us. She came last Wednesday and left yesterday. You can hear the way words are pronounced or the way they clear their throat, or there's just something that there are certain things that I'm like, that my dad did that, or I can hear that in her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and one thing I love about families getting back together is the stories. So, like, at the family reunion, people are telling stories about, like, my great grandma, my great grandpa, stories that, you just never hear anymore until people are together,
Right.
and so that was really precious.
Well, and I think for us, Mark is living in Illinois now, but he's lived out in Vermont for like 30 years and, kind of really didn't maybe even know the dynamics of what was happening here. And that family was getting together. So for him to be here and have, basically two of his aunt and uncle and all these people together and knowing like, oh, these people are getting together and celebrating and that like I'm welcome to be a part of that, just I think was a pretty special
Now, does
thing.
he have brothers and sisters, or is he an only child?
Only
Wow.
child.
Yeah.
And both of his parents have passed, so just even knowing that, like, there's this extended family on his mom's side that, yeah, is available if he wants
Oh,
it to be.
how reassuring to know he's not alone in the world.
Right, right. Yep, he has some cousins on his dad's side, but, like, just really special, it was a really special night for us to be
So did
together.
you figure out, like, is he your first cousin? He's your first
Mhm.
cousin, so he's the
Yeah, first
girl's
time.
first cousin once removed? What did they
Yes.
think of
Yeah.
that? Did they
Well, I mean, I think at first they were just like, how because they play and hang out with first cousins, they were kinda like, "Well, where has he like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't know him?" And so it just was kind of a cool experience of just being able to say like, "Yep, this is kind of what it was, but he's a first cousin and, we have an opportunity to meet him and visit
where did
now."
this
And
adult male come
so
from? How can he be our cousin?
right, right. Now they embrace it, but, they like to go play and run off and adult talk, so they weren't they ate and then
So
ran.
it's interesting that you had that experience because at our family reunion, one of my cousins, who I hadn't seen since we were little kids too, because families, break apart, move away, all of that. It was so good to be able to catch up, to like, I don't know, that's such a long arc, right? But to just be able to pick up and be like, I remember we had such great times.
Absolutely. Well, and I just, when you're a kid, the siblings are close, but then, the families get so big, it just experienced this on my mom's side, she's one of 7. And as people had kids, they kind of like started to broke off, but every now and then we all get together and it's just really fun to have everybody together. And, so good
Yeah, I
memories.
agree. So, do you have more reunions then in the works? Is that something do you do it every year maybe that
Well, John and Sally always come up in the summer. And so that tends to be kind of a big point in time when we're all together. So maybe next summer. And then, Carol, my dad's sister, tends to kind of come maybe for major holidays. So we may see her back for Thanksgiving or Easter or
Oh,
something. So
nice.
whatever is going to happen or whatever works out, we're game for.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, what else? Do
Yeah.
you have any more summer plans?
Mm. We have a big camping trip coming up in August, which we're very
Where
excited
will you go?
about. Taking the show on the road, all in Wisconsin this time, but we're going to hit up kind of the western side of the state, all along the river. Just we've never camped on that side of the state before, so we'll be at Hudson for a group of days, Hudson, Wisconsin, and then we're going to head south and head close to like Prairie du Chien, and then come
Oh,
home.
that's gonna be
So
awesome.
maybe not as cross country as we did last summer. Last summer we went all the way out to Maine and back. We're not going to go quite that far, but we're going to take some days. It's just really nice to just, kind of be Odell family of 5 and get in a good break, just the group of us before we really get into the back to school
And I
stuff.
think, I mean, going to Western Wisconsin is so beautiful, right? And it's different landscape. It's everything is so unique.
It
And
is.
really it is, you think like if we were in Europe, you'd be in another country by the time you got there. So don't feel
Right.
bad that it's just in Wisconsin because it's worth
Yeah.
it.
Just
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Right. Yeah. One of the state parks we're staying at has like a waterfall hike and things like that. So we're excited to kind of have those experiences and take in whatever is there. And we're going to see some friends along the way, which will be really nice.
On your way
So,
back, like from Prairie du Chien, there's some little city or village along the way that has all these like trolls throughout the town. Do you know what I'm talking about?
no. Are they big trolls
They're
or
like
little trolls?
statues, like maybe sitting on a bench, maybe standing by a shop, maybe it's kind of like their thing, I guess. I can't remember what it's called.
I've heard of trolls in the woods, but I thought that was like in the redwoods.
This is like, like throughout a downtown, for example.
Okay, friends. I mean, obviously we could Google or chat this, but if you know where the trolls are in
Yeah, if you know what I'm
Wisconsin,
talking about, it's somewhere
let's.
like southwest of Madison.
Well, that's definitely where we're going to be.
And I think that
So,
there's a
that'd be
town there, and maybe it's the same one that's like very Swedish ethnically originally.
fun. Swedish. Nice.
Interstate State Park is great, Teresa said.
Interstate State Park. We're staying. One of the places we're staying is Willow. Let's see what I can find.
And if I can find the name of that city, I'll post it. Oh, Luke says Mount Horeb. Awesome. Thank you, Luke. I'm so glad I wasn't imagining it.
Thanks, Luke. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, so we're camping at Willow River State Park, which is near Hudson. That's where the waterfalls are, and then we're at Nelson Dewey State Park for part of it. So
Have such a good time.
thank you.
Oh,
Same.
Luke followed up and said it is the troll capital of the world.
Of the world. What?
Thanks, Luke. All right. Well, this concludes our time. Kristen, thank you again so much for a delightful start to the day.
Thank you for a great start to the week. We had such a nice lunch and such good conversation yesterday, and it just set the stage to have a really great week.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, you guys have a great week.
Oh, and
Thanks
my
so
mom
much.
confirmed too. Mount Horeb has the trolls.
There we go, Diane. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Coffee with Kristen and Tina. Kristen Odell. I'm Tina Prigge. We'll see you all next time.
Bye, guys.